Hi, ladybugs. How we all doing tonight? Oh, this evening, this afternoon, whatever. I think it's like 5:30 here, so this evening. We're gonna start with Miss Kenya today. Look at this girl. I think she could be my daughter. Like she looks like me. I think her hair could be a little redder, but all in all, I think she could be mine. Huh? Can you say hi to Auntie Ladybugs? Hi, Auntie A Bug. Yes, that's a sweet girl, huh? Let's have a seat, girlies. Let's undress Miss Kenya. We're up here, we're surrounded by dogs. We got the dogs all over me. Thankfully, they don't bother the babies. They don't climb on them, they don't sit on them, they just want to climb on me. Miss Kenya, here we go. Let's get Kenya undressed. I think we're going to go down and get Shannon, I think. Would you guys like to take a walk with me, or I'll just pause it? I probably will just pause it so I can go get Shannon. Let's see. Let's get this turned right side out. There we go. This is what she was wearing with the bunnies on it. I think it's a bunny. Nope, it's a bee. It's a pink bee. Here, I'll show you. Looks like a bunny from first glance, but it's actually a bee. It's a cute outfit, though. Kenya's hair always smells so good. I love cuddling with her. She just smells so good. She's such a good smelling girl, huh, Kenya? Let's see, what are we going to put on Kenya? What about this one? I haven't used this one since I bought it, so let's try it out. Do you guys find that you tend to buy clothes and then not use them for a while, or do you usually use what you buy right away? For the most part, I use what I buy right away, but there are some outfits that I just kind of put aside and then I either forget about them or I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I'm just weird. You know, I was watching some videos on YouTube and on TikTok today, and one of the things that I think is so messed up about the world is that people get bogged down and caught up in so much drama, and they make their own problems. You know what I mean? Like there's so many issues with race. There's so many issues with how people choose to live their lives. And if it doesn't affect you personally, then it shouldn't really matter. I mean, I do take a stance in trans athletes in women's sports because that affects all women. And I have daughters who like sports, and I don't want them to ever be in an unsafe situation. But if it doesn't really affect you, I don't understand why people get so involved. It's like all the Karen videos we see, you know? It's like, mind your business, live your life, and don't bother other people, you know? It's not your business what they're doing. I also believe in the philosophy that what other people say about me is none of my business. So if somebody has something nasty to say, it's none of my business. Oh, that looks really cute on her, especially the light pastel colors with her dark hair and darker skin. Look how pretty she looks. So yeah, I just kind of feel like everybody gets bogged down in stuff that really doesn't matter, you know? I mean, it does matter, but you know what I mean? Like, everybody needs to like worry about what they're doing. It's like the Bible says, you know, you should remove the splinter from your own eye before you remove the log from your neighbor's. And what that means, in my opinion, and again, this is just my interpretation, is that you should definitely handle your own business first before you start meddling in other people's business. That's a philosophy that America needs to learn, because a lot of times we don't take, like, you know, in the 80s and 90s, we sent millions of dollars to Africa and other countries for food relief. And not that I have anything against that, I don't. But there was very little relief being put into our own nation and the people who have food insecurity here in this country. You know what I mean? And I'm all for giving aid to other countries, but handle your own house first, you know? Handle your own area first before you start giving charity away to other countries, because there has never been, even though there are millions of people who have food insecurity, there has never been a charity that any other country has supported us and given us food aid. You know what I mean? So like, I'm totally for charity, and I'm totally for giving aid to other nations and helping their people out. But I feel like we should really handle our business first. That's my only thing, is that, you know, America should handle its own business first. You take care of the stuff in your own house first, and then you help others, you know? Not that I think the other countries need to give food aid to America, but I just feel like America spends so much time, so much money, and so much energy helping other nations, and they don't really consider the food insecurity and the poverty in this nation, you know? I think the government should definitely take care of its own house first and help the people here who need it, and then definitely give some charity to other countries. That's just my opinion. I was watching a bunch of videos and I thought I'd give you my opinion on it, even though you didn't ask. I am one of the most charitable people you'll ever meet. I am all for giving to others. I just feel like we need to make sure that our own people are covered first, you know? Before the government starts sending millions of dollars to other nations, they need to handle their own business first. I think I'm going to put ponytails, like full-on ponytails, not just the little front ponytails that I tend to do. I've been learning some different hairstyles, so I'm super stoked to try out some new stuff in the next few weeks. So I have news. Gretel is actually going to be coming home in the next couple of weeks, but Heidi is leaving. And I'm very sad about that, but the person I got Heidi from is a very, very good friend of mine, and I care for her deeply, and she's really missing her and really wants her back. So as much as I love Heidi, most of my friendships, I would never let a doll get in the middle of my friendship. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, that's not worth it. People are far more important than dolls. I love my dolls. I'm going to miss Heidi terribly, but it's more important to me that my good friend, one of my best friends, be happy. So I am going to be sending Heidi back to her, her other mom, and I will miss her, but she's not going yet for a couple weeks. So I think I've pinched a nerve. I think that's what it is, in my hip, because I have pain that's running from my hip up my back and down my legs, and it is killing me. Oh, there's so much pain. It is crazy hurting. So I can't be out and about and going places right now until it heals a little bit. But I'm going to use the slick stick on her. But so it's going to be a couple weeks before I can ship her out because of my hip. All right, I know there's a way to like twist this somehow. Just not sure how that, oh, there it goes. Okay. So this is the slick stick. It's basically, it's called hair wax, and it is not supposed to fall apart like that. Basically, it gets all those little ends, those little frayed pieces in all of our hair that doesn't want to stay in the ponytail, and I want it to look sleek and nice. So I'm going to use some of the hair wax to smooth her hair out. Although, because I'm just starting it out, it's got all these little edges that keep coming off, so I have to pull those out. Let me see. Do you guys ever use hair wax on your babies? Do you ever use hair wax to make sure that their hair is nice and sleek? I don't usually. I actually just found this product, and I'll let you know after I use it a few times what I think about it. It is by Nexus, and it's the Slick Stick Stronghold Hair Wax. And like I said, it basically gets all those little baby hairs and all those little hairs that are not quite the same length, and it makes it look sleek and smooth when you put it up. So we'll see how it works. Miss Kenya here. She's going to be our little guinea pig. Huh, Miss Kenya? So far, it's looking really nice. When you first start it, there's obviously some thin edges for when they put it in the container that are a little bit flaking off. But once I get an established use of it, I think that will stop. But so far, it looks nice. I like it. I'll show you the container in just a second. Let me just get her hair up and I'll get the wax. So from what I understand, what it says on the package, sorry, is that you just smear it on the hair and then comb it through so that it picks up all those little tiny hairs. And then if you have a little part that shows white, you just rub it in, like rub it out. And then you get a nice, see, especially in the back, I find that's where I need it the most, you know, for me and for the babies, is to get all those little hairs, you know, caught up in the wax so that they stay. I think those look surprisingly even. Maybe this one could go forward just a smidge, just a hair, no pun intended. All right, there we go. I really wish that we could just all live together. Oops, this one, I pulled a hair out. That we could all live together happy and peacefully and just show love for each other, you know, like, I know that different people have different beliefs and different viewpoints, and I'm totally in support of that. But I feel like we really should be showing love and affection to each other rather than hatred. You know what I mean? What is that saying? Hate the sin, love the sinner kind of attitude, you know, where we may not agree with all of our lifestyles. They might be different, which is totally fine. But you can dislike what someone does without disliking that person specifically. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to agree with everything you guys do in your lives. And I'm not saying that any of you are doing anything wrong. I'm just using it as a general example. But I don't have to like everything someone does to like that person. You know what I mean? I can still like them as a person and maybe not agree with everything they do. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's okay to have, you know, we all have differences of opinion and different values and different attitudes about anything, everything. You know, we're all different. But, yeah, this needs to be fixed. But it doesn't mean that just because someone does something you don't like, that you can't still find it in your heart to show love or kindness to that person. I'm going to tell you guys, I actually started a movement on TikTok a long time ago, like a couple years ago. And I really wanted it to go somewhere. I was really excited about it. I wanted to send out 1 million pennies for good luck to people. And so I posted it on TikTok, and I think I sent out around 30 altogether because I couldn't get people to send me their addresses. Now, I don't know if that's because they thought it was a scam or they thought it was like not safe to send their address. But I was really bummed because I really wanted the Luck for 1 Million movement to go, to like send luck to people so they would have some hope in situations where they're down. But I just couldn't get anyone to send me their addresses. So I think I got like 30 people off Facebook to send me their address. It was like 34 or 35 altogether. And then I couldn't go any further because people refused to send me their addresses. So if you were going to do that, something like that, how would you, and if you go on TikTok and you look up Luck for 1 Million, you'll see my videos. But how would you go about convincing people to send their addresses to make the Luck for 1 Million movement pick up again? Because I really want to keep sending out pennies, because I think even the smallest thing can bring hope to people who are having a bad time. And so I really want to continue the Luck for 1 Million movement, but I don't know how to get people to trust that I'm not going to do something nefarious with their addresses. You know what I mean? There we go. Look how pretty she looks. Look how pretty that girl looks. And that slick stick worked really nice. Look at the back of her hair. Worked really nice. It kept all those little baby hairs up. So cute. There's Miss Kenya. She is so pretty. She is the Bonnie by Linda Murray, and she was painted by Victoria Golda. I'll have to take pictures of her afterward because she looks so cute. I'm going to pause the video for a second so I can go get Shannon. I'll be right back.